Welcome everyone to the Barrhead and District Forum interviews for the 2021 municipal elections. The Barrhead Chamber of Commerce, Barrhead Leader, and Barrhead Public Library thanks you for your time today. Welcome Division 4 candidate for the County of Barrhead, Ivan Kusal. Before we get started, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little about why you're seeking election?
Hi, my name is Ivan Kusal. I'm running for councillor here in Division 4 in the County of Barrhead, and I would like to thank you all for allowing me to speak at this candidates forum. My family comes from humble farming roots that started in Turner Valley in and around Millerville, south of Calgary, and also along the Peace River up around Taylor, BC. My immediate family have owned property at Thunder Lake since 1970, so for about 50 years now, where we enjoyed coming out most weekends and several weeks during the year, from spring through to fall. About 6 years ago, my wife Jane and I decided to retire, and we had a whole conversation about where do we want to live, in the city where we just worked or where we spent a lot of our leisure time. We decided to move out of Thunder Lake, so we tore down the old glamping shack and built a permanent home there and have made this community our home. My wife Jane is a teacher, and she has taught and substituted in the community as well as sits on the library board. And I take this journey with support from her, our 4 kids, and our 5 grandchildren. I have a degree in telecommunications, and I've spent over 30 years working for TELUS in a business environment. There I was the director of their corporate business continuity office, where I was responsible for ensuring that TELUS was prepared for and could manage through any type of man-made natural disaster. To accomplish this, I put in place structured plans and programs across all of their Canadian properties and internationally as well. In working for TELUS, I was able to learn a number of transferable people and business skills, which I'll bring to the position of councillor. I'm also involved in several things throughout the community. I am a board member for the Pembina West Co-op. I sit on the Barrhead Regional Fire Services Committee. I also on the County of Barrhead Economic and Community Development Committee, and I also marshal at the golf course. I have a strong belief in community and listening to and working with others. Why am I running? Well, I was asked to run by several people in the community who really wanted a change in representation. As well, when we retired, my wife and I sat down and had a really great discussion about really wanting to give back to the community in which we live. And I find running for council and sitting on different various committees and boards in the community really a great way to achieve this goal. It makes us very proud to be part of the community, and it's a great way to serve. This need for change has been reinforced over the last month and a half as I've been out campaigning. I've come across a number of people who have raised their voice of this concern. And I'm that guy that can bring that change. I can bring a new voice and perspective to County Council. We in Division 4 live in a community comprised of those who farm, those who live on acreages, and those who live at the lake, who all need equal representation and strong city leadership, and I can deliver on that. I have integrity, I'm dependable, motivated, tactful, committed to work for you, and I bring a flexible approach and a mindset of planning, critical thinking, and collaboration to a leadership role. I believe in the community and how great it can be. Together we can do so much, and I believe in actioning your voice. I will listen. I believe the best way to serve you in the community is to listen to you and to work for you. I will work hard to bring forward your ideas, thoughts, and concerns to council and to the county administration. I always will get back to you, whether it's good or bad news. I'll always promise to be transparent in the things I do for you and when acting on your behalf. I'll be honest with you, and you can always approach me. I will be respectful. I'll constantly respect you, your ideas, my fellow council members, and I promise to always engage in a respectful manner. What do I stand for? I stand for responsible fiscal management, better management of road maintenance, economic development, tourism, and against rural crime. I also believe we can have a better relationship with the town and in finding ways to keep our healthcare providers, doctors, and nurses. Going forward, our ability to spend money, support infrastructure projects, and provide services will be tested. We'll be challenged on how to spend our tax dollars. Tough decisions will need to be made on where to make cuts and which projects to invest in. Given my business background, acumen, and experience, I can make those hard decisions. I'll make a great councillor and will work for you to keep this community great.
County Council is paid to attend meetings as they should be. What are your thoughts on using Zoom or similar media for meetings other than council meetings to remove the high cost of travel?
I'm all for finding ways to reduce costs. From a meeting perspective, it really depends on the type of meeting. Zoom works great in certain but not all settings. The meeting is mostly for information and sharing purposes. Zoom works fantastic. But environments that you need high engagement and involvement from those attending, in person gets better results.
Infrastructure, maintenance, and the building of new amenities is always an issue for residents. What amenities would you like to see in the community?
And so it should be. That's where the bulk of our taxes go. We need to be very diligent on what and how we are spending. As council members, we should always be accountable to ensure that we've done our homework on our spending issues and to ensure growth and prosperity of our community. That said, the thing I think we could do is make improvements on our waste disposal. We should have a better way to collect recyclables at our transfer stations. As well, other communities have started such things as take and leave programs for reusable items and materials. Is this not something we could do here as well?
Several residents have said crime and crime reduction is a concern. What, if anything, can municipalities do to help reduce crime?
Rural crime reduction is something I'm definitely for. I think we need to combat this systemic issue on several different fronts. First, I think working with the police to see what we as citizens can do to help make their job easier. Two, I think we need to increase and get better engagement in our rural crime prevention programs and watches. Three, I think contribute to support of social programs focusing on helping people with life challenges, addictions, needed education, and support to be able to be better contribute to our community instead of just taking from it. And fourthly, we should also probably work with our troubled youth to really ensure they have an understanding of all the opportunities that are available to them and how to make good choices.
Following up on the 2019 inspection of municipal reserve lands, where more than 400 examples of nearby or adjacent residents on municipal reserves around Thunder Lake were photographed, where do you stand on this strategic lake plan, as there has only been one public engagement?
Great question. I believe in the strategic lake plan. There should be complete compliance on any safety or access concerns. There also needs to be a better understanding on that plan and what it's trying to achieve. In order to maintain any ongoing compliance in a cost-effective manner, the areas that residents, some who are permanent and most who are seasonal, need to be involved in developing the solutions. There needs to be more engagement, multiple meetings, and maybe even a joint task force to build solutions and educate. Residents also do a lot of care and maintenance of the reserves as well, which tends to be not to be recognized or accounted for.
Is there one point you would like to make that hasn't already been discussed?
I've already briefly mentioned some of it, but finding money to meet our needs is going to continually be as a challenge as funding from the provincial and federal levels becomes more strained and harder to get. There'll be more pushback on the municipalities to make up that difference. Prudent responsible management of our income from taxes is just one way to accomplish this. We can also work on economic development to help supplement that cash flow. We should continue to attract cluster-like business opportunities into our business park, where one business ties into others, all in a localized area, which goes in supporting and growing the community.
Thank you again for participating in this format. Before letting you go, do you have any closing remarks?
And finally, just please come out and vote. Division 4 constituents, please come out to Summerdale Hall on October 18th or through advance voting on October 16th at the county office. Let's make change happen. Vote for me.